Nothing gets people pissed off like religion. I mean, people who are religious, they can't stand atheists, and atheists get damn tired of religious folks. You know, I was raised to believe that if you were religious, fine, have at it. Love God, walk with God, have your faith. And I was raised to believe if you were atheist, you were evil or either lack of moral character, you know. You wanted to fuck everybody you met. That's probably why you were atheist. But as I've grown up, I've come to realize that atheists are just people who just don't believe in God. They could be moral or more moral than Christians. It doesn't. Who knows? It's an individual thing, right? And what is morality anyway? Well, then I will hear atheists say things like, Tim, you know, part of the problem with religious folks is they let their religion or their faith dictate their politics. And then I would look around and I see a story like maybe soldiers coming home from Iraq in body bags and Westboro Baptist bastards picketing and laughing and holding up signs like, good for you, I'm glad you're dead, God killed you, God hates gays. And I'd be like, damn, that's some disagreeable shit. And then I'd hear on the Christian side, they'd be pissed because now they can't say Merry Christmas or some shit in their office. I'm like, one of these things is not the same. God damn. And there'd be a story like this of Brittany Maynard, 29-year-old woman, diagnosed with terminally ill, inoperable brain cancer. Doctors gave her 6 months to live. And then it's over. But not just 6 months to live, we're talking about 6 months of wasting away. We're talking about seizures, pain, exhaustion. All going to a downslide. All going until you finally get to the end when your body would just shut down on you totally. All vital organs would just cease to function, and then you would die in a hospice or palliative. You would be fucked up. And not only would you be fucked up, your body's going to transform, and everyone who loves you and cares about you is going to be crying all the time. You're going to be crying all the time, and it's really not a situation that's of any benefit because there is no hope. They're not going to solve it. They're not going to cure it. There's nothing they can do, and in order for you to avoid that and have death with dignity, you have to go to one of 5 states in the United States that allow you to control when you leave. And that's what Brittany Maynard did. She went to Oregon. She could have went to Oregon, Washington State, Vermont, Montana, New Mexico. She chose Oregon. So she goes to Oregon and she chooses a date and she decides to leave. And the people from the Christians on the right, maybe some on the left, they started coming out bitching. Oh, they're bitching about Brittany's decision, because it started getting, publicity. And they said, Brittany's bad because Brittany's choosing when to leave. And I'm like, well, Brittany's already leaving. She's choosing when to leave. You're right. She's not choosing to leave. She's choosing when to die. They gave her shit about it. They told her that she was not letting God do his will. Then I started thinking again about those things that people were telling me about religious people who overstep their bounds and feel like their faith should dictate other people's decision. Listen up, motherfucker. You get to decide when you want to leave. If you want to wait until every vein in your body is in functioning, no functioning, you can't control your bowel movements and you can't see straight and you can't breathe on your own. If that's fine, if that's what you want, fine. Have at it. You think Jesus is going to come down and save you? Have at it. Enjoy it. But you having that belief does not dictate what a Brittany Maynard may decide to do, or what I may decide to do, or anybody else. Because you don't control us. And though you may believe in God, you're not God, motherfucker. The fuck is going on, Christian? You think that you run the world. You don't. You just run you. So anyway, Brittany Maynard decided to take her own life last Saturday. She did so in the comforts of her own home in the bed that she wanted to be in, not some fucked up hospice facility. surrounded by people that she loved, that she could hold their hands and look in their eyes and take these pills. Now, in order for this shit to work, she had to take the pills herself. This was all her decision. Hers to make and hers not to make, depending on what she chooses. Not you. So go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself if you think that you can choose for another person who's terminally ill when they can decide to leave. I'm not talking about people who are pissed off because they had a bad week. We're talking about terminally ill people who have nothing to look forward to except moments of less pain, of excruciating pain that they're suffering from already. Those people. Now, you may die in a car accident. You may slip and fall in the bathtub. Not have to make these types of decisions for yourself. But I like knowing that if I don't slip and fall, if I don't get blown up in some type of terrorist act perpetrated by some disgruntled former employee of some bullshit company, I'd like to know that I get to make a decision if I want to wither away. You know, not being able to go to the bathroom, paralyzed in the bed, watching that fucking monitor, beep, beep. I like to know I get to make that choice. I think more states need to be DWD, death with dignity, not less. And what we do need less of are people championing their religion and trying to thrust it upon the rest of us. Don't get me wrong. I support your ability to practice your religion. What I do not support is your ability to put your religion on me and control the decisions I make for me. Not for you, for me. And if Brittany Maynard is wrong and God is going, you fucked up. You know that, Brittany. Should have let my disease take you when I wanted it to. Well, that's between her and the finger wagger of God, not you.